Have you ever priced a retainer package and then only to find out months later that you're actually losing money? Well, I want to talk about some things that you can do to maybe alleviate the cost and also to avoid this or hopefully prevent this in the future. The first thing you want to do is make sure that you have an up to date, completed work list on file. Now, with this work list, it can be something simple as a Google worksheet. It can even be a document that you write down, but just really a list of all of the tasks that it takes to complete this client's work. And also, if you're working with another bookkeeper, if you have a helper, you may want to create some video walkthroughs of each task. That way, that may help, speed things up. If they have a question, they can go through that walkthrough and any notes about that task. And then here, you just want to put the month that you've, like, if you're doing the reconciling the checking account. And like we've done, this is February, so you're doing January. You just maybe put the date that you did it. So maybe you completed it on February the 3rd, 2025, and that's it. And that way it'll just compute an average up here, and so you can quickly see like what you have left to do for the month. So it doesn't have to be anything fancy, just a work list. So one of the things, now this work list will help you analyze the time and the cost, because what we're trying to do, like I said, you had this retainer, but right now you're losing money on it. So you either have to increase the price or you have to bring down the cost. So one of the ways to bring down the cost is to look at what is actually costing you money, the tasks that are involved. And that's why we're doing this work list. The next thing you can do after you have the work list up to date is actually look at the time. If you have, like I said, if you have other bookkeepers that are helping, you can look at the time that they're actually putting in. Now, this is a demo company from QuickBooks, so this won't be, actually may not fit your exact model, but in theory, you can just pull, it's called the time activities report. And you would just pull that in QuickBooks and it would show the customer, the employee, and then the amount of time that they're spending. So you may look at that, and then these would be the memo items. So these would be the things that are related to your client work list, and you would just look and see how much time are they actually spending, and is that within the estimate that you kind of estimated for that client work. Okay. So first we've had the client list, it's updated. Next we're looking at, so we had the client list and it's updated. So then we're looking at the actual cost and the time spent on the client. The next thing you can do is actually do some training, like we talked earlier in the video when I talked about doing some video walkthroughs. So maybe you add some of those to the work list. So that'll give the bookkeeper or the help who's helping you or yourself, more help in bringing that cost down, bringing your time down, maybe that you're spending on this client. And then another thing you also can do is contact the client and have a talk with them, maybe show them, walk through the work list, showing them what you're actually doing for them. And if the scope of work has changed, that's why we need to kind of reevaluate and talk about adjusting your price. Now, so that's all the things maybe we can do to alleviate the situation. Because remember, what we're trying to do is bring the cost down on the retainer. Now, going forward in the future, you want to put a clause on your retainer packages saying that if the scope of work increases, that you will the price may adjust. And that way, if something happens in the future, you can always go back in and say, okay, well, we thought your work was, we were not aware that these additional tasks were involved, so the price will change. All right. So I hope that helps. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, any feedback, comment, any feedback. And what my channel is all about is helping you use QuickBooks to provide reports so you can make better business decisions. Thank you so much.